Life is a mystery, everyone making history, either the change in the world or leaving a trail of misery. What's the vision for the future? I guess it's kinda like the rhythm given by producers, written by Medusa. Perseus got the head off, but she can still seduce ya. Nobody said life was easy, but we wait with the rooster, ready for curveballs tossed to the World Series, while we grow and try to reap what we sow by the world's theories. Who knows who's right and who's wrong? Who knows who writes the song? We all know the only goal is to sing along. Nobody's puppet, are we? We started with Atari. Coleco turned into a technological safari. Alexis watching stand up with Aziz Ansari. I'm sorry, I promise God never drove a Ferrari. Are we doomed from the start? Or is there something in the core of our hearts that keeps us making the mark?
Well, I finally hit my stride. Then I see the eyes tearing me up inside. Fill my world with lies. Feel safe, turn my back. They go on attack while I'm feeling high. They come for my life.
Everyone stares but nobody pays to you. Everyone glares but has nothing to say to you. Everyone sees where you're headed in life. The fire burns bright like the red on the night. Fair weather friends are never fair. The fearless are never scared. Give up and you wear a mark you forever bear. Don't feel defeated, mistreated, just keep competing. Believe in yourself no matter if you run out of reasons. Seize the day like M shadows lead the way to battle. Pull the knife at your back and slap on the saddle. Dirt and gravel in between the cuts, but you'll survive by the skin of your heart as long as you use what lies inside. Pay no attention to the naysayers, the haters. They want you dead, so say your prayers. They made the bed, so now that's where they sleep amongst the sheep. While you run with the pack of wolves, always search for the nearest peak. I always said you're up shit's creek without a paddle, and there's no turning back once you hear the crack of that gavel. Judge, jury, and the execution. If you execute it properly, you'll find your restitution.
Well, I finally hit my stride. Then I see the eyes tearing me up inside. Fill my world with lies. Feel safe, turn my back. They go on attack while I'm feeling high. They come for my life.
Everyone stares but nobody waves to you. Everyone glares but has nothing to say to you. Everyone sees where you're headed in life. The fire burns bright like the red on the night. It's calling us back to the place where there wasn't a care. Lover reigned king and the queen was your heir. Ocean sky, blue eyes, dirty blonde hair. Never scared of what lies beyond your reach. We've done this too many times, it's hard to teach. Embedded in your mind like a hyperlink. Like a baba on the end of a line, we watch them sink. On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
There's a little bit of rebel in you. Take a leap, keep the faith. There's a little bit of rebel in you. Can't extinguish a flame. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come and dance in the rain. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come release all the pain. We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free?
dangerous. Got to find my wings and fly like angels is. Everybody ready to escape to the metaverse? Try to emulate, just remember who said it first. Bring your dreams to life before you're dead and hearse. Up to 05, I survived like Leavenworth. Dorothy, my dear, you're not in Kansas anymore. My mind is like a blank canvas when I draw. On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
There's a little bit of rebel in you. Take a leap, keep the faith. There's a little bit of rebel in you. Can extinguish a flame. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come and dance in the rain. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come release all the pain. We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release a soul that's free? We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release a soul that's free? Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel in you.
On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release a soul that's free? We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release a soul that's free? Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million. What color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
La música de Harry Fraud.
I can tell by your beard you don't love Allah. You got the Brian Gumble face. It go waste removal. We dispose brothers, embarrassing the family. She's your cold mother. Man down, stand down, blam rounds. That bitch niggas thinking that me and my camp clowns. Listen, Ringling brothers and bonding them barely. I'm strangling brothers, I'm harming them daily. I shoot a fair one with the midget. Duke, I shoot an air gun at a pigeon. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas is bantamweights. Fucking with the white with the Tony Montana face. Andre Iguodala, I smack shit out of you. Make your padre give me dollars. I'm not just a rapper, I'm a painter by trade. Abstract art, just throw a grenade to your braids. Word to me, your mind, every word from P. Devon. I smack shit out of niggas dressing like he is Sean. Yeah. The rap celebrate the beat crazy on the daily. Surf bullets across your temple, get grazed it. Blood pouring out that vein, that's not wavy. All I do in this world is get the money mainly. All I want in this world, my pretty little G's, 4 pound in her Chanel clutch. Yeah, that's sweet for the life. I'll put your brain next to your feet. Break all your toy soldiers and make it complete. To take a couple double shots with the team and party like it's 2020 on the beach. Like this what you make it, so I made it iconic. I fuck her so good, yeah, my dick is bionic. I'm dope like chronic, I'm nasty like vomit. I spit up a verse, on your level I'm beyond it. Black Mafia, infamous, on that mob shit. Baby, you are now rocking with the best, we good regardless.
A mí me encanta la rapea. Tiene un flow tan heavy y me encanta el estilo. No puedo dejar de pensar en la letra de él. Es lo mejor que hay.
That's Sweet the Ghost. D-Block. Yeah.
I hear you talking, but it don't mean shit. Cause niggas will pop on you like SEAL Team 6. Pop on you, nigga. Cheers to the killers in limousines. Dose from Thailand, but it's shipped through the Philippines. Soap kerosene and thrown in the guillotine. Burnt with your head cut off, you don't dream. You're jealous and my skeleton is like Wolverine. Your family come for revenge, blow 'em to smithereens. I'm like Morpheus on opiates. Matrix, facelift with the can opener. Gathering on the stand whenever the van open up. Door slide, the pitter hit your face like a rawhide. Bullets hit your teeth like a fluoride. I'ma bring you through hell, be the tour guy. So what you want, the Hawk or the 4-5? Don't you ask me about no rappers, they could all die.
This girl keeps beating me on beating.
Hello?
Hello, may I please speak with Nazima?
It's me.
Yeah, this is Princess Sharif. Yeah, what you doing? Oh my gosh, hold on, it's this nigga with the Lexus. Oh.
Yeah, why you be playing it though?
How you doing?
Shut up.
Damn, you look like my baby's father.
Word.
Word up. It's ridiculous. What you do for a living?
Chillin'.
What you doing? You be pumping? You be getting dope? Hold on a second. Nazima, I'm gonna call you back, alright?
Fucking ridiculous.
I like that shirt. Got heel figure?
Yeah.
I love me a heel figure, nigga.
Both.
Can I be your boo? Wait a minute. Nigga, my little brother, Biscuit. Biscuit!
What you want, bitch?
What? Don't be talking to me like that. Don't be coming out your face like that. Next time I get you and your friends puppet L while y'all playing Street Fighter, I'm gonna kick the fucking TV and punk.
You want to play too, bitch?
Wait. Where
Yo,
you
baby,
going?
I gotta go, man.
Come back.
Nah,
Damn.
I got to go.
That little nigga be fucking everything up.
New York mentality, a trigger mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, a trigger mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, a trigger mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, a trigger mind switch, trying to cope with reality.
When you're only 14, growing up in Queens, the only thing you dream about is limousines. Standing on the corner as you twist your cap while you puff your law, you and your niggas laid back. Who got the eggs? My man Little Red, jetting from the feds with a burner on his leg. How is it that we end up this way? Hustling to eat on the streets where we used to play. It starts when you grow up broke, marking your name on your desk, cause school is a joke. Rolling L's on the staircase, running the hall. Sneaker walkman in the class to bump Biggie Smalls. Hookers act stank, niggas wanna flip. Mama said stay, but my mind said dip. Death threats on my homeroom desk. Your arch enemies pack nines and puff cess.
New York mentality, let's bring a mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, let's bring a mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, let's bring a mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, let's bring a mind switch, trying to cope with reality.
You're dipping out the back door of school with your mind full of fantasies, cars and jewels. Baseball hat pulled low to your face. Headed to the liquor store, time for a taste. Cop another bag, now it's time to stalk. That's how we do in New York. Drug lords bouncing, the shit looks fat. His man on the side, his hooker in the back. The only thing you wanna do is be like him. Nigga draped in jewels, playing brand new Timbs. But anyway, it's on to the next. What you gonna do? Break into this Lex? I know we got a system that costs over a G, so I might as well hock it and cop a OZ. That's the way of life. Damn, ask daddy why. Only thing I know, you got to represent or die. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. 1, 2, you're pumping up MOP, packing blue steel, cause New York is real. And Jake wanna flip constantly. 20 balls to puff live, but it's all G. My niggas lookin' rugged with tattoos. Sometimes we move solo, but never snooze. You got the hammers, bringing in the cash flow. It's a New York thing, peep the CeeLo. I'm up in Mecca, bouncing in the tunnel. Outside the Q Club, Dread show me love. Jamaica Avenue, Merrick Boulevard, Springfield. Paisley Projects, keep it real. Suckton Boulevard, 40 represent Farmers Crew. So what you wanna do? Check it. Hollis, Uptown, Liberty, get down, L.A. Laurelton, right around the way. Queensbridge, do or die, Bed-Stuys rugged. Peace to the Bronx, New York, we still love it. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality. New York mentality, that's when the mind switch, trying to cope with reality.
Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Clack, clack. Blah, 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 blah. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this is Murderville. The overbite boss, Bobby's Murder Grill. Y'all niggas is guppies. They say life is a bitch. When she had them babies, I just want one of them puppies. My dogs give it to you broad day with them same things. Leave you in the middle of the street, nigga, bang, bang. Pop, 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 so what I said was, you gon' fuck around and get your head bust. Fizzy roll, hop off of that special ed bus. To the leg bus. I'm from a block where thou shall sell more weight than thou weight. Send them from 100 to 0 about face. When will you bastards learn? My life is fast and furious. Paul Walker till I crash and burn. M.O. Give it to him anywhere on the compass. This is 187 beyond nonsense.
Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Blah, 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 blah.
Get to know me, I do it all. I'm hood varsity, wherever they playing ball in the street of Carnegie Hall. Anonymous shots at me, keep it on the block. Hogan Taze, broad daylight, right in front of the mall. My constitutional rights to flare arms is in play. Got Kings County in my DNA, so no, I ain't the nigga you send for. Thinking you wanna see me with 3 niggas, bring 3 more. Fuck out of here, ain't nothing new, I've been raw. And now I've been for them niggas you been for. Get to know me. The shooters on your block call me big homie. Or bigger homie when I got that ripper on me. You might wanna reconsider flipping on me. Trip if you want, get left crippled homie. Who wanna fuck with Hollywood Code? Brownsville, Berkowitz, monkeys on parole.
Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Blah, 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 blah.
Yo, check me. Look, this be that true blood on the beach. Fuck your bikini, Sookie. Most of you niggas is freedom. The diabetes pussy. Yeah. Yeah, y'all know who be the nicest. I'm a nice guy, but I'm sicker than the Ebola crisis. This day and age is the time and the culture of the snitches. I come from a time when we never wipe no stripper bitches. She cover up in 3/4, extash the ratchet tester. We flecking the god, I proudly call him a royal empress. French Montana, ad-lib for that. Piece of rubber, pussy, your shit's a rap. Pinky ring shining while I'm sipping a whiskey. Drink, nigga. I already did my job, so you never forget me. Tell me what niggas won't try. Homie, what's up? This be the A-list alumni. Better shut the fuck up while I abuse these big niggas. What I'm supposed to do? Adrian Peterson, I'll abuse little niggas too.
Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Broad daylight, I off your on switch. Blah, 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 blah.
Rewind back to the days when people didn't have to be afraid to go to church and pray. Rewind it back to a place where people weren't judged by the color of their face. Rewind it straight to the birth of hip-hop when nobody died over words, everybody tight like a Ziploc. Rewind it back to Walkmans and pages before the era of MP3 players. Cassette tapes and boomboxes, obnoxiously loud speakers kept the room knocking. Now it's Kendrick and J. Cole who in your top 10. Rewind back to Eric B. and that dude Rakim. Back to the time when rhymes mattered. Now it's busy beats, gaudy bars, and lines scattered. Rewind back when Don Trump wasn't on the ballot and Jared the Subway King wasn't in jail tossing salad. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they were blind, they were blind. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they will blind you. They wind back to the days of beatboxing. B-boys weren't yet addicted to that street toxin. Rewind back to R&B groups like Boyz II Men and SWV who spoke with a pen about love. It's like they made it look see-through. Next thing you know, your baby girl is dying to see you. Oh, your baby girl is dying to see you. Yeah, your baby girl is dying to see you. Rewind back to the FM dial when baggy jeans and chain wallets were just coming in style. With Puffy and Mace fed my appetite before the days of Sirius XM satellite. Rewind back to 1996. Tell Tupac to take a different whip. Rewind back to 1997. Don't go to Cali big unless you wanna go to heaven. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they were blind, they were blind. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they will blind you. Rewind back when life was so simple. The biggest problems you had were how to get rid of that pimple. Rewind back less than 5 minutes ago. You could stop your girl from walking right out of the door. You could change your ways right before you called her a hoe. And she grabbed the things and you watched her fade away slow. Don't you wish you could rewind it back? Like how easy it is to rewind a track. Bring your man back from the dead by holding him back from going to the club and ending up with a hole in his back. Take every cigarette out of your uncle's hands if you can rewind to tell him you need to switch up your plans. Oh, you need to switch up your plans. Unc, you need to switch up your plans. Oh, you need to switch up your plans. Unc, you need to switch up your plans. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they were blind, they were blind. Find something that you can rewind to, that you can rewind. Has to be that you can rhyme to. Rewind back, the past is right behind you. Don't be caught in the headlights, cause they will blind you, cause they will blind you.
What it do, y'all? It's King Eric Jared the Great. You are now tuning in at Off the Cuff Radio, special Saturday edition. We got the Guilloteam in the building right there.
What it do? What it do?
1, 2.
What it do? T-Maxx and VA, ready to rock the block non-stop. Make it high.
Special Saturday edition. We hope y'all doing
That's
good. We
what's
hope y'all
up.
enjoyed
We gonna form like Voltron today, huh? Let me find out. That's what's up on a Saturday. This is pretty good.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for business. And first of all, before we go on, we want to say that this show is sponsored by Da Vinci. You want to get the flies clothing, get that fresh gear for the winter. Holla at us, CHYVINCII with 2 I's.
Make sure you spell it with 3 I's.
Them double I see everything.
And the reason why we're doing a special Saturday edition is because we're going to feature a rap rock band that's been making noise in the underground. And my man S. Dot, he been trying to get on for a minute, but we had to rearrange the scheduling for this moment here. So,
shouts
without
go out
further ado,
to Hud City, B. Hud City in the building, man. That's upstate New York from where I'm at.
So without further ado, we got the group MetaVerse in the building. Hold on, let me bring them on.
What's good?
We gotta give you guys a round of applause, man, for joining us, man.
Okay.
Been a long time coming. All right.
Welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having
us.
us.
Okay,
Thank you for being on. Thank you for being on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. You know, it's definitely been a long time coming. We're trying to get off the cuff for a minute, but we finally got our opportunity, and we're just excited about it. So we're humbled, man. Definitely.
We're happy to have you.
Know,
Thank you for coming on.
I definitely gotta, I gotta apologize on that behalf, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Because ever since you released that mixtape from before on SoundCloud, I was like, yeah, B, I gotta bring this dude, Mr. Hud City himself, on the show.
No doubt. Well, we're here, and me and my man Vinnie, we stepped up the game by taking it to a new level with this MetaVerse, with our MetaVerse project, and just putting them two genres together and just bringing it back to the true essence of hip hop / rock music, where everybody can come together and create some unity in the music game.
Yeah, I've noticed. We was definitely gonna ask you about that because I followed your music for quite some time. And ever since when you came out with you did a track off of Know the Ledge. Was it Know the Ledge from Eric B. and Rakim? It was no, it wasn't that. It was the other instrumental from Juice. Yeah, you killed that, and I've been following you ever since then. So that transition from then to now was pretty interesting. So definitely let us know how that happened.
Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, basically, I've always been one that is really eclectic as far as music goes. Listening to classic rock with my pops and stuff like that. I'm a big giant Beatles fan. I love me some Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, all that type of stuff. Over the years, I grew up listening to all that stuff and just putting me in different moods at the right times. Basically all those old tracks, they all got songs that you just, anytime you're feeling any type of way, you can just put one of them on and they'll take you through your whole day. You know what I mean? That's when you know you got a hot track, that's just like it's a soundtrack of your life type of thing. So, I've always been doing the hip hop, always, my whole life. Started writing when I was 12, but basically, with the game of where it's at now, and the fact of, I'm a grown man, I'm a husband, I got my kids and things like that. So I had to really look at myself and say, where do I want to be at right now? And with my age group and the demographic and things like that, where do I want to take this to? And then just out of the blue, like, Vinny just fell in my lap. Like, somebody was like, yeah, you got to hear this guy. And so, I hit him up. We hit each other up. And he sent me the first beat, which was Julius Caesar. And then the chemistry was just, it was automatic. It was dynamic. It was so fresh and clean. And I was just fell in love with it. And I'm like, oh, man, we was just going to do one or two songs together, but the chemistry was just too crazy. So we ended up building this entire brand, coming up with our name, coming up with our logos. It's like, yo, let's just do this thing, man, because my man Vinny got a similar story. It's just on the rock tip, you know what I'm saying? So basically me and him, starving artists all our lives and entrepreneurs in that sense, repping for Hud City, Germantown, upstate New York. So basically our stories are the same, but they're different. So and that's what Metaverse is all about.
City. You already know, Hud City in the building. So you still go by as Mr. Hud City, right?
Yeah, I used to go by I still go by Mr. Hud City, because that's my email address, and basically Hud City Entertainment is our label. It's our record label. The indie label that we place Metaverse under is the indie label I created back in 2008. When I really got into it real serious, is when I started Hud City Entertainment, created my label, started putting my music and my clothing under that umbrella corporation. So, and that's basically where that's where Metaverse is at right now. I mean, we're looking for artist management, we're looking for PR and things like that, but right now the grind has been on me and Vinny totally. And my man Vinny is a beast as far as when it comes to instrumentals. He plays guitar, he plays drums, he plays keyboard, he plays all those instruments 100%. That's all him. So me and him is like, a two-headed monster, kind of like a Mobb Deep or a rock and rap drum. So it's real dope.
Well, y'all definitely made a nice collaboration because, it sounds so unique with the two voices that y'all have. It's not like anything brand new, but y'all sound that Julius Caesar is dope. I like that. I like the sound. I like the way that y'all's chemistry. You can see it in the video. You can hear it in the sound and the voices and the way that your hip-hop and the rock goes together. That was definitely a good look. I think y'all made a great decision. I'm glad y'all hooked up and just linked up and y'all got it together because, like you said, it may have started off with one song, but I could definitely see y'all just making a whole new thing out of it and opening up a new market for yourself. It was definitely a dope sound. I liked it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that for sure.
Oh,
absolutely.
Definitely.
And that's definitely been a vital part of hip hop. A lot of hip hop pioneers dipped in, was dipping the rock. Like you have your Run DMCs or Onyx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Everlast, it goes on and on. The list goes on. It's been plenty of times when those brands crossed.
That's exact.
And I love the way that y'all still relay your messages and you can still understand the true meaning of what y'all are trying to portray. It's not like y'all got together and it was a bunch of gibberish or y'all are clashing in the sound. It was definitely something you could understand, you could vibe to, and you could actually get the understanding of the message that you were trying to spit out. So I definitely love that. Not everybody can do that when it's time to transition sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that's key. That's key for us writing. We try to get together on one thought, and lyrically, and musically, you know, styles. We're at probably track 10 to 12 now, maybe even 15 tracks. I know. And every song is like Julius Caesar. We get together that way, and it just seems to our thoughts seem to converge into one, you know, one singular message, which is so important for a song. It can't be scattered. You know, you got to feel it all the way through. You can't feel one part and then be taking it somewhere else. You know. So. Yeah, and that just came natural.
That's what Metaverse stands for. It's a convergence of two realities coming together. So, you know, we couldn't come up with a better name because you got the word verse right in our name, you know, and that's all I'm known for is my verses. So, you know, and the metaphors, and you know, so basically the name was just, it was too hot to pass up for us. And like Vin said, you know, we got over almost 14 songs done right now, sitting in the crate, just waiting to drop. But we refuse to put out our music until we have a fan base, you know, up to par with where we want to be, because otherwise we're just going to put our hard work, you know, and all the time we sacrifice from our families and things like that, you know, that those songs need to be heard and they need to be ingested. They need to be heard by the world. So that's why we've only released 2 songs right now, and we're working on our third. You know, we're trying to get this video going in January for our third single, and we want that to be a really big song. So, you know, so that's how we're kind of doing it. Plus, we look at the industry of how it is today, and most people are dropping singles. They're not putting out albums like that, like I used to. I got 10 albums that I made over the years, but it's like, you got the entire world still waiting to hear it, you know. So we're taking a different approach to it. We're doing it the right way. We're taking that indie approach, and we're trying to make the right moves that make the most sense for our situation, you know.
And that
I want to ask one more thing. My bad, Chilla. My bad. I just want to ask one thing. Like, do any of y'all like play instruments? Like, any of y'all got the guitar, the guitarist, the drummer? Because that'll be, you already know that'll be awesome. Like, I already see y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all want to be rock stars. Let's really show them. Let's show these motherfuckers, show them what real rock stars is. You know, like, you know, these other young rappers out here that they say they're not rapping or they're not rappers, they're rock stars. No. You know what I mean? That's where y'all come in. That's where you guys come in, Metaverse. Y'all come in and you genuinely mix the brands. Like, you know, S. Dot got the bars, you know, and you have the whole rock band and all of that stuff. Like, really go all the way with it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
we can January.
That to you. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. For January, we have planned. We're planning a live concert and a filming of a music video for this song called Rebel.
Nice.
And Rebel,
that's what I'm talking about.
Now, Rebel is one where it rocks out. Like it the crunch of the guitars hit, and it's upbeat. It's got Sean has his bars and he kills it. And then when it gets going, it really gets revved up. And you're gonna see, like when we film that video, we already have guys to fill out the entire band, so it's not just Sean and I. Even though I wrote all the music.
Okay.
We're bringing it as a full band. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, definitely have that visual. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because we know that, you know what I mean? We know that you can't put 2 guys on stage that are gonna do rock and rap and then, you know, have a dude put on a CD and, there's the beat. You know what I mean? It's not going to work that way. You know, if we're going to do it live, you know, that's the thing. That type of music needs to be heard live, and it needs to be in stereo, and that's why we we got some people that know the music that are going to play the guitar and the drums, you know, but me and Vin are the Lennon and McCartney of this whole thing. You know, me and him write all the music, we write all the instruments. And, you know, so basically that's kind of where we're at.
Definitely.
And that's good that y'all are doing the dropping the singles and not trying to push everything at one time, because that's a lot of mistakes that most artists, whether they rap, sing, whatever they do, they drop so much stuff at one time they don't have time to promote anything, and it goes by the wayside like what you were talking about. So that's definitely good. Y'all have a plan. Y'all have a good marketing strategy. Y'all have it sounds like y'all are doing everything, like y'all aren't trying to go too fast. And I hope it definitely works out for y'all, because y'all definitely got a good plan.
Thanks, and we got the brand, and we got the clothing. We got the clothing coming out too. You know, we've already sold a bunch of our you know, we got Meta hoodies, we got Meta tees, we got the Meta monkey, the Meta boy tees and stuff like that. So we got all our logos branded, and the T-shirts and hoodies are super fresh. They you know, they come from my clothing company, Sincerely Dedicated. So it's all intertwined together. It's all a collaborative effort.
That's the entrepreneurship you were talking about.
I'm glad you brought that up also, because the clothing line that you had from before, I forgot the name of it. Was it Essence or something? Like, do you still have that on deck too?
Yeah, Sincerely Dedicated. It's crazy right now. It's going real good, man. Everything is flying.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to let everybody know, like, you don't only have that brand, you got the other brand. Hey, make money hand over fist. Not only you get those Metaverse T-shirts, you can also get, what's the name of those T-shirts you had from before? The other clothing line?
No, it's all one clothing line. You know what I mean? But you can get the double sig hoodie, fully custom. You know, you can put your name on the sleeve. You choose the color. You choose the color ink. We just introduced some fresh jogging pants for the season. You know, we got winter jackets. I mean, you name it. We do everything. We got vests, everything.
There y'all go.
Yeah.
So
as far as the entrepreneurship and me and my brother Vinnie here, you know, we both come with some strong background with it. You know, so for us to be able to come together. And we've known each other now for about 6 months. That's it, you know. And basically over the 6 months, we set fire to you know, our passions and came together and just, you know, he's like my brother now, you know. And it's like we're doing this thing for our families, we're doing this thing for our children, and doing this thing for the world to be able to hear, you know, because we got a lot of music to put out there.
Yeah, and we got something to say. You know, we're not just nothing is just another track. It's something we strongly believe in. If it comes out of our mouth, it has to be real. You know, so that's the least we can do in our art. You know, so.
Definitely. Now, in terms of the music that you have made, and listening to Julius Caesar especially, from the opening verse, you know, the world's a mystery, everyone makes history. I listened to it, and there's such a thoughtful stream of consciousness, a panache of, you know, just the sincerity. And I think a lot of people at its core, when you really listen to the music, in terms of how some people, especially in the hip-hop community, don't understand that hip-hop and rock were born of the same struggles in terms of defying convention. Of course, when you go back to Pink Floyd, we don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. And basically, it's rallying against this anti-establishment. But also, when you mention the Beatles with Lennon and McCartney, you all also have a meticulous craftsmanship to your composition. And a lot of people got to understand, too, the history of rap and rock go back many years. A lot of people don't know that, especially in terms of the Beastie Boys, when they would have their guitar tracks on their songs like Fight for Your Right to Party and No Sleep Till Brooklyn, there was an artist, a guitarist by the name of Kerry King from Slayer, who actually played those tracks. Also was part of the Judgment Night soundtrack in 1994 that was with Ice Cube on the song Disorder. So there has been, which the whole soundtrack was rap and rock and roll, metal. So to see you and Vinnie come together in terms of what y'all have blended in an amalgam of audio awesome to not only marry the two genres that are the most poignant in music, but to do it seamlessly and flawlessly. Meta also means to go beyond. And I think what you have is marvelously gone beyond convention in order to create something that I know is going to be a new wave of music. Who were your early influences in terms of, you already mentioned your rock influences, but in terms of your lyrics, who pretty much inspired you, S-Doc, from your lyrics? And Vinny, who was some of your musical inspirations as well?
Yeah,
Sean,
no
I'll
doubt.
let you go.
For me, basically I grew up with my brother. He's 5 years older than me, and he was jamming out to, he's the first one who gave me the Ready to Die, CD, and was like, yo, you got to check this out. He's like, there's a dude named Notorious B.I.G., you got to hear this. And then he had the Tupac, strictly from NIGGAZs, and my man, basically, and that music, I mean, right there, it was Pac, Big, and then Jay-Z was a huge influence for me because he created Rockefeller, and then he created Rockaware, and I basically followed right in his footsteps. I created HUD City Entertainment, and then I created Sincerely Dedicated. Like, I did the exact same thing. So basically,
hey, JC, follow my footsteps is the road to success.
No doubt.
Swagger like us.
And so,
yeah.
I have to say, my influences are, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. You know what I mean? Like, what else can you say? For me, because I came right from the '90s, so it was a big West Coast influence in like '93 and stuff too. I had a Snoop and Dre was crazy back then, and just then DMX ended up coming to the hood, and everybody was all over that. Hudson was a huge. It just swallowed up all the hip hop that came here in the '90s, and that's why everybody has such this influence from this little town and stuff like that. Has this hip hop influence, like we're a little spot in New York City somewhere. It's very similar. So that's kind of where my roots are from, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
Vinny, what? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no. As far as mine, you're asking about my influences, early influences. I was kind of not a strange kid, but strange in the sense that I didn't listen to any radio really until I was basically maybe 15. I just did my own thing. I was big into sports, and I learned to play the drums. So I was a drummer in a high school band, and then later a jazz band. But I picked up my first CD I bought was a Nirvana. This guy Kurt Cobain, who is a troubled dude. But he was very anti-establishment, and what I got out of the music was not musicality, because they just thrashed and did. It was different. They were pioneers in the grunge, but what you got out of it was a raw sense of kind of rebellion and angst and standing up and saying something when something's up. And so it really was empowering to me, just feeling the music more than understanding it. And so I knew I wanted to band, and so I found like the only dude in my town, we're a tiny town, who played guitar, and he liked heavy music. So I said, well, whatever, let's do it. And so basically I started out with punk music, which is a wild start. I started screaming. I didn't know how to sing. We needed a singer, so I just started screaming into a mic and filling up notebooks full of lyrics.
Home, brother.
And so over the years, I just learned to love every style of music, and I was a DJ in the later half of high school, and I played everything from exactly Nirvana to Naughty by Nature, Method Man, I played every style of music that I found appealing, and just really listen to the core of every song, trying to understand the art. And I've been a music nut since. So I can't survive without it. So I'll be doing it no matter if one person hears it or if the world, hears it.
Definitely.
That's how passion right there. Yeah,
definitely. And you mentioned the alternative.
You call that dedication.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned the alternative bands. I mean, definitely Nirvana. Shout out to Dave Grohl. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Kurt Cobain, and of course, shout out to Chris Novoselic. And also, too, part of that, when you were talking about the alternative movements of the '90s, you're talking about bands also from the Seattle area: Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Mother Love Bone. Soundgarden. And that was definitely a turning point for bringing in a new level of musical. Just a musical paradigm. It was a paradigm shift in the just an overall in the sound culture.
Absolutely.
But definitely, I do hear elements of all of those in your music.
It's funny. It's for me too, because actually, like, people don't know this about me, but I went through a huge grunge phase also, like, as I was getting into my teens and things like that. So, I became I was a huge fan of Bush, the band Bush, and then, I was listening to Cake and Green Day and Toadies. I mean, I could go on and on about these underground 90s alternative bands that I was jamming out to, and I went through a lot.
Wow, that's great. I remember Bush. I remember, I don't know if everybody had this channel, but like a long time ago, like in the early '90s, had
Video
the
Music Box. Yeah.
Not even Video Music Box, just the box. And people used to just basically call in, and they would ask for your request, and you dial in 3 numbers, and they will play your request. That particular video, they'll play it on TV. This is around the time when cable was expensive. Like, everybody didn't have cable. It wasn't that serious, We had the box, and we had Video Music Box in New York.
Ralph Daniels started that,
Yeah, I mean, basically it was MTV for me all day. It was Yo MTV Raps and
that was afterwards. That was afterwards and shit. Then we had TRL and
trying to bring TRL back,
crazy,
and
man?
they don't even play videos on it no more. I'm like, what the hell is this, man? It's crazy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? In the 90s, the town that I grew up in, and this was part of more of my rebellion, they banned MTV.
Whoa!
Because of its racy videos.
What part of town you was at again?
Isn't that nuts? It's Germantown. It's a little town just south of Hudson, and it's a great town to live. Really small. But by them banning MTV when I was a kid, that made me want it and need it that much more,
more rebellious. And I heard about something similar to that. Like, it was certain areas where they not only banned MTV, they banned BET also, and like Hot 97 and stuff like that. It'll like if you're driving in the car, and then when you get to a certain area, so like you listening to Hot 97 or whatever, and you driving in the car, when you get to a certain destination, you definitely will just start hearing static.
That's craziness.
Word.
That's craziness to me, man.
It's real talk, though.
Yeah, that was wild. They brought it back eventually, but it was at like that right time that I wanted it the most in my life, and it was out there. So that's it. I took all that time, I put it into I put it into bands, and I toured and did the whole scene because I was making my own damn MTV. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's part of the DIY, that the do-it-yourself aesthetic that I think your music represents, because it's very raw and it's very, I mean, you can feel the passion that is put into it. And I think a lot of times you embody the spirit of all the bands and of all hip-hop for what y'all do in terms of you have something to say and a way to express it, and the outlet, to do so. We commend y'all.
Appreciate those words of, kindness, man. We definitely don't take that lightly because we put a lot of work and effort into it, and we both ran the gamut as far as, catching a break with some record labels and then having it fall through, and then, myself traveling to the city and going to the Pyramid and doing the underground hip-hop boot camp and all that and learning the struggles and all that stuff, So me and him, we took all of it and we tossed it into Metaverse, and that's why the lyrics, you'll hear the lyrics. Most of our lyrics talk about brushing yourself off in the face of adversity and getting back up and fighting to see another day, and basically, that you can win through, that you can get through any storm. That's basically a huge aspect of our band. That we want to focus on, that just never give up on your dreams type of shit.
Well, definitely. And then y'all add a little bit of cleverness to the composition, because that line about Jared tossing salads, that was hilarious. That was clever.
Yeah.
That was
Thank
clever.
You.
That was I'm like, but you all definitely
my apology, folks. I was trying to get these songs uploaded, and Blog Talk still want to trip and everything like that. So what I'm going to do after the show, I'm going to give these guys a holler. I'm going to start to have to throw cats off the roof or something.
How you doing, man? It's a holiday, motherfucker. Fly off the roof,
Oh, Lord.
Wait, what happened?
You know damn well you lying your ass off. This dude went to go take another pizza break. Yo, you're gonna stop taking pizza breaks and not sharing that love amongst the team, B. Like, how much pizza you got over there?
None, son. I just got nothing but leftover turkey.
Leftover
turkey. Hell yeah.
I'm back. But, they trying to do my guests some disservice, so I'm gonna see them tomorrow about that. But either way, what we gonna do, we gonna still promote those songs heavy. Because we and I'm a rock head anyway.
No doubt. We just appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk with you guys. I mean, the music is there. We'll give you guys everything we got. Just the opportunity to chat it up with you, and let you know about who we are. And what we got planned and things like that. That's all we can ask for.
We appreciate it. Now, definitely got to ask you guys now, because you embody the hip hop spirit as well as the rock spirit. I got to ask your opinions on the state of hip hop today. On one hand, in terms of where you see from what the era you grew up into, what it's changed into now, and also too how rock music, in terms of how that has changed. Because I'm older, and as much as I love hip hop, I'm a heavy metal fan as well. Bands like Anthrax, Suicidal Tendencies, Vintage Megadeth, Metallica, Morbid Angel.
That's a good selection right there. That's a good selection.
Who else? Death, all those bands. Pantera, Rest in Peace, Dimebag. And it seems like from the real hip-hop that we were growing up in, and the heavy metal that, was really the thrashing balls out type of style, it's kind of been pushed to the back. What are your opinions on what the music is now in both respectable genres, of the directions and the acts that are in it now?
For sure.
Sean, you want me to go? You go.
I mean, it boils down to one thing for me. I mean, to me, it seems like the substance is gone. You know what I mean? And that's what's the most heartbreaking for me. It's like, it's all about the beat. The people. I mean, we got the Kendrick Lamars, we got the Eminem. We've got those guys. But I mean,
I'm sorry, Eminem is failing right now. We can't put him on that list right now. He's failing. But continue on.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I mean, as far as wordplay is concerned and things like that, I mean, this whole I mean, I don't know what else to call it, but they call it this whole mumble rapper generation. I just, as a '90s hip hop head, as a person that puts every single bit of who I am as a person in each and every bar that I write, it's like a lot of the stuff I'm hearing, I just don't understand it, and it's like I feel like they got the youth brainwashed. To be honest with you,
None of us understand it.
Doing y'all a lot of disservice. It's doing y'all a lot of disservice. Like, you know, these guys who come in and not really putting in one half an effort you guys and they're pretty much getting a lot of these hits.
I seen a thing where they had Lil Uzi Vert on the doing the song for the Hawks game, and I swear he said about 5 words of the whole song. The rest of the song
hold on, wait, that wasn't Lil Uzi Vert. That was 21 Savage.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I get all of them mixed up anyway. Sweetheart. They all sound the same to me.
I understand you get them mixed up. I definitely understand you get them mixed up. I might be fucking wrong. Who knows? All them dudes look like motherfucking drunken crackhead Captain Sparrow in the face motherfuckers, but you know what I mean? But go figure.
Like they eat gummy worms for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They look frail out there.
Lil Uzi Vert looked like he was the type when he was a kid. He was eating his own boogers in kindergarten.
Oh damn! What are they saying? What are they teaching? What are they teaching the youth? Like, are we? You know, what happened to the Tupacs of the world? Like, why aren't we teaching the youth how to be better to our others, to, you know, race and color and creed and family and everything like that? I feel like all of it is missing, man. I just don't get it at all. And I know I'm not alone. And, you know, I've got young guys that I hang out with, and they all know the same thing. You know, they're like, oh, you don't understand it? I mean, that shit's hot, you know. But I'm like, yeah, that beat is hot, but I mean, what are you talking about?
I go to the store, hey, one of them go to the ball, hey, rhythm to the store, hey, rhythm to the store, hey, rhythm to the store, yeah, rhythm to the store, hey.
That's it. It's repetitive.
Society. Yes,
that's where I'm at.
Because society is like giving them, you know how society is nowadays giving people participation trophies. Like, you can't aim to be the best anymore. They just give you the trophy, like, just because you tried. It's the same thing what they doing with these rap dudes. Like, as long as they just attempting to rap, they figure, hey, we're gonna give you the keys to the kingdom. You know, you're part of the youth. You're part of this generation. You can rock on. It ain't like that. It shouldn't be like that. You gotta earn your keep in this game.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, and they're making the way that you know, the people that paved the way for them, that they should be paying homage to. They don't even know how to properly do a tribute for Biggie, you know what I mean, on stage or whatever. Like, don't come with that bullshit, because that's all it is. This shit drives me crazy. I'm not gonna front. It's crazy.
I would say this ultimately. I would just say this ultimately. You know, I would say like, I won't sit there and say like, oh, all them dudes should just be banished from the game, because at the end of the day, yeah, the game does need, you know, the youngins or whatever to keep the game going or what may have you. But these dudes gotta understand respect and growth. You know, the main thing is respect. You can't just be coming in the game, you 15, 17 years old, and calling somebody like a DJ Premier or a Busta Rhymes, or, you know, oh, yeah, you an old head. Come on, B. Nobody don't hear you no more. Yo, fuck out of here. Yo, get out of here, you old head. That is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I had a...
That's what they should learn. Like, I would say let them do their thing, but as long as they respect the game, they got to respect the game. They got to go in the fucking studio and actually say words that's actually in the dictionary or even in the Urban Dictionary, please. Yeah. Like, y'all saying words that's not even in the English Dictionary. Y'all just making up words as y'all come along.
Yeah, rolling right now, man. It's hilarious.
Dude, I do acting, And so I had a chance to recently be on it's going to be in season 2 of Luke Cage, that Marvel show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hell yeah. Shouts out to my dude, Michael Coulter B. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Michael Coulter B. Definitely did his thing on Luke Cage's first season, and he did his thing on the Defenders.
That's
I've been doing that joint.
Dude, the day I was in, I did a scene where KRS-One was performing, and KRS-One, I don't know if you're familiar with them. With him, old school kind of New York City hip hop. He did the theme song to "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," and
with
straight,
D Nice.
Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah, it was
Jack of
the
Spades.
Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. That's it. He performed that song, and I was like, it was so good. He was so freaking good live. You could understand every single word out of his mouth. He still had that spirit. He wears the same stuff that he did when he came out in, I think it was the early 90s, maybe late 80s or whatever. It was so real that I couldn't help but, when you're in the room with somebody performing and it's just flowing out of them, it's legit, you're just there. It just took me right in. I was like glued. I was instantly glued to everything he was doing because it was just real. It was, and you can feel that in an artist, and that was so refreshing because I spent all day with him performing and filming the scene, and it was like I was energized even more so about what we were doing after that. So that was a beautiful, refreshing kind of. Retro. It was going backwards years, So I recognize that state of hip hop for being amazing and probably the pinnacle. That kind of wordplay and just being, that's the early, like you said, the Run DMC days. The kind of
exactly.
That's just so awesome. I love it. I've admittedly been more rock and roll, because those were the bands I was in. But I always listened to all genres of music, just never wrote in the hip-hop genre. And I'm having so much fun writing these beats. But rock and roll, too, it's not the same. It's a hybrid, and I don't know that it's quite to the state of the mumble rap thing, and because there's still guys writing awesome lyrics, and there's a lot of indie artists like exploring and doing some cool stuff. But there's not what there isn't a defined cultural, like, oh my God, this is freaking awesome. This is the music, It's so scatterbrained, and it's true. All those metal bands and all those like big time heavy hitters. That scene is gone, Those concerts aren't even happening, They're maybe doing a tour of Bring Back the Glory Days, but there's no base for it, and it kind of that's
it's like basically no, it's nothing new. Like basically, everybody's always going back to the well. Everybody's always going back and fishing in the well to bring back that old school thunder.
What's going to define this? What's going to define this era? What's going to define this decade? What's going to come out that's going to be like, holy crap? Those were what do we call these? We're in the teens. I don't know. What's going to define this? What's the sound?
You make a very, very valid point, because this stretches for beyond music. This goes with all different types of content. You have television, you have television, you have all this stuff, and, censorship just basically took over, and it's like a double-edged sword. It's a good and a bad thing. It's a good and a bad thing, and this is how it's going to be. And then it's only going to get worse until something, I guess, an ingenious plan or that Michael Jordan or that Mike Tyson or that, you know what I'm saying, that one person, that Michael Jackson or, you know, whoever. There's always a boom period.
Yeah,
like people always say, like, oh, it's never gonna be a boom period when it comes to culture as a whole. And that's always bullshit. Like look at Babe Ruth. When Babe Ruth was gone, people said, "Oh, there'll never be another Babe Ruth." But there has been people that tried to. I know nobody really that filled Babe Ruth's shoes, but still, you know what I'm saying. You still got the boom periods.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, and I think also too from that era, when you look at how from the athletic, when you look at the comparisons, the athletic world pretty much had a evolution to where it was nothing but the athletes could get better because the game evolved. What we're seeing in hip hop and heavy metal is that there were certain media elements that started deciding what was going to be socially viable as a commercial commodity for profit. And once they figured out,
that's the same thing for any culture. Like at the end of the day, especially in America, it's all about the money. It's all about money.
Money.
And then the as we live on, when the time, there's gonna be more restrictions, and it's all about that person or that DNC, whoever it is.
Yeah.
That's within. That's gonna be able to shine, and under them come the restrictions.
Yeah, and it almost feels like right now it's like all repetitive. Like we got movies. We're remaking all the movies that we saw when we were a kid. We're using the same styles that everybody else uses. It's like you said, everybody is just a constant cycle. Right now, this decade is known for everybody doing the same damn thing that the other person was doing. Ain't nothing new coming of it.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, though, Doc. That's the thing. This time happened from before. Like that's how life is. That's how the world is. It's always, you know what I mean, wash, rinse, repeat. It's always going to be like that.
Yeah, that's
There's been times, like, a lot of people don't even know, like look at the movie Scarface. People think Scarface was an original story. No, Scarface came, it was a remake from this dude, what's his name, Paul Mooney? Whatever the fuck his name was.
Actually, it was Ben Heck from 1932. That was the original movie.
Wow.
What was his name again?
It was Scarface, 1932.
No. The guy. What was his name? The one that started as Scarface. His name was Paul Mooney or something like that. I forgot the dude's name that played Scarface.
You talking about Al Pacino?
No, before Al Pacino. Al Pacino is the remake. That's what I'm saying. The Al Pacino, that's a remake of the one in the 30s. And then now, they're about to come out, there's rumors out there saying they're about to come out with another Scarface.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Because they said that supposedly Leonardo DiCaprio, he's going to be doing that.
Oh, my God.
I approve. I approve. You know why I approve? If they have Leonardo DiCaprio do that, Leonardo DiCaprio stepped up heavy in the acting game.
Yeah, he
stepped up heavy. Like, this ain't old school Leonardo DiCaprio with the Man in the Iron Mask and all that. No. Like, y'all gotta see The Departed. Y'all gotta see the Wolf of Wall Street.
That's what I'm saying. That movie was fire. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Like, I wouldn't mind him being the new Scarface. I really wouldn't mind it.
Especially of his performance on Wolf on Wall Street. I think he could pull it off.
Yeah. That was a great movie.
That
was and everything. So
that movie should have won an Oscar. That movie was wild, and we all seen it, so we know how buck wild they got in that. But that movie was unbelievable. I mean, that was Martin Scorsese, I mean, he did the damn thing.
The actual guy actually made him mad, you know what I mean? Because he portrayed him so well. Oh, wait, I ain't do none of that. He was like, yeah, right, you know you did.
Yeah, he tried to switch it up. He was like, yeah, I did some of the stuff, but it's like when I see it on the big screen, it's like, wow, like, yes, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it is what it is, but dude, you are a bona fide rock star. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not doing what you did. You made a lot of paper, but when it came to the drugs, like, geez Louise, this dude, he was sniffing mountains of coke.
Look, when he crashed the Lamborghini, that was enough for me.
Well, that's
this dude was doing all types of quaaludes, smoking crack.
That scene right there is so crazy. Yeah, that scene right there blows my mind when he thinks that he got there safe and then looked at the car.
The officer was like, excuse me, sir, did you drive this car over here? The car was hammered.
Yeah, that's a classic, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-up on
but
that
at the end of the day, my point is that, you know, time always repeats itself. When and when it comes to music feeds off the culture, like what's popping at that time.
Right.
Look at Natural Born Killers. Come on, B. Natural Born. That movie was awesome. Look who decided to come out with a track that's called Natural Born Killers.
Dr. Dre and Ice Cube.
I called myself Mickey Knox for a long time. I called myself Mickey Knox.
Man, but I tell y'all, while we talking about remakes, there is one movie that I'm so glad did not get touched, but there was a rumor. Y'all know about at one point some years back they were talking about doing a Juice remake, right?
Oh God!
Really?
Oh, here goes the drum roll. I'm doing the drum roll.
And guess what? It was supposed to be taking place in Atlanta, and guess who was supposed to be in it?
Who's gonna play
Soulja Boy.
Huh?
Soulja Boy.
Throw him out.
Oh my God!
Soulja Boy was gonna play Bishop. I'm like, yo.
Oh my God!
I guess that producer wanted to hit a crack.
Well, you know, that was a proposition some years ago, but it never got off the ground. But that was the rumor that they were going to that the remake, that the remake was going to be in Atlanta. Soulja Boy was going to be. I don't know if he was going to be Bishop, but they said he was going to be.
No, he wasn't going to be Bishop. He was going to be Bishop,
okay.
And there was somebody started a petition. Somebody started a petition, and it got stopped immediately. Because as soon as that particular person, I don't know who that person was, started the petition, like he or she had like 1,000 signatures within 1 hour or shit like that. Like, so.
Oh man.
It was a wrap.
I mean, look, you can't touch Juice, you can't touch Boys in the Hood, you can't touch Belly. None of those movies can be touched. You need to leave them alone.
They're gonna switch that thing up though. It'll probably be Girls in the Hood.
I don't care, yo, S-Dot, I fucks with you, my guy. You my guy, but Belly fucking sucked. I don't know I'm the minority here, but Belly fucking sucked.
Well, if I can tell y'all a little story about Belly too. If I can tell y'all what happened with that. King Magazine actually did a story on that about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So they talked about Belly. Now, the reason why Belly ended the way that it did was because they ran out of money during the filming. And that's why the movie came out so convoluted at the end, because they literally ran out of money at the end, during the process. So they had to tie that up the best that they could, because we all seen it. Yeah, so we all seen it, so we know how it ended. But it's like it was just.
I'm in Africa, yo. I see the trees. People are happy. The end. I'm a great actor.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
Maybe I'm sorry, but that shit was a good ass movie. It was a fucked up ending. It's something you could tell something could have happened. But either way it goes,
look, Chilla. I say this. I'll give you this. This is one thing I can't agree on, Chilla. It was a great story, like the script. The script, yeah, it's a good story. Wrong actors.
Yeah,
especially Nas. This dude Nas, you can put a cardboard cutout to replace Nas. It will have more character than Nas.
I got shot.
Yo, Tion. I got shot. Let's go to Africa.
And DMX went hard in it too. DMX and Ox, them niggas, and Method Man was gangstering it out. It had enough to circumvent what Nas was doing on the cool. You was like, man, I wish that. And T-Box kind of was sold off a little bit, but I don't know. They could, them two, that whole character, the relationship could have done like some better on their scripting and all of that. But nigga, DMX went hard, Ox went hard, Method Man went hard, nigga, and man, it was a good ass movie. I don't give a damn. I still watch that whole nigga. That's classic.
Hey, if you love it, everybody has a guilty pleasure.
Right.
But you know,
when I was young,
what's
too,
funny?
So, I ain't seen it in a while.
But you know what's funny?
What you said, S-Dot? Well, hold on, wait. S-Dot said, what you said, S-Dot?
I seen it when I was real young. I ain't seen it in a while, but I remember, when I was growing up and it came on, I was glorifying the lifestyle at that time. So like it was like, yeah, this is the best movie in the world. You know what I mean?
No, don't get me wrong, because it came out at the right time. It definitely did, because around that time it was very rare for rappers to get like big drama roles in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like you on paper. What you say, King?
Especially starring roles like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you gotta
on
remember,
paper, that sounds awesome. A big budget movie. You got Nas and DMX. They rob clubs. Oh snap! Okay, like why not?
Yeah.
How the movie started was awesome. How the movie started was awesome. Like the beginning of the movie was the best part of the whole movie. When they rolled up at the club, they had the contacts on with the the fluorescent contacts glowing in the dark. They was looking like lurkers, and then they robbed the club. That was awesome. They these escaped to the mini mansion. After that, the movie started going downhill to me. These dudes just couldn't act. DMX, you can't even judge DMX. They just told DMX, you know what, just be you. You can't judge DMX because Buns and DMX is the same person. DMX wasn't acting; he was just being himself.
Yeah, he didn't do much different than who he really is.
And it's funny during that time because when you look at where hip hop was at its peak, and you got to remember who was directing that movie too, Hype Williams, who had been one of the most prominent video directors during that time. So when you're looking at the star power, especially with Def Jam, basically putting their money behind it, this was coming along the 90s where we saw so many rappers during that 90s era, of course, 1991. And actually, even before then, 1990 with The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox with LL Cool J in it. You take it to 1991, Boys in the Hood, Ice Cube. 1992, Tupac. You take it to 1993, Menace to Society, where MCA is A-Wax. 1994, again, Ice Cube with the Glass Shield. So you're going through all these years.
But if you notice, it would around that time, it'll always be just that one movie that'll have like an all-star of rappers in prominent roles. That's around that time. But nowadays, that's like every single movie that come out. Like this dude Trish done made 10 movies on Netflix so far, and they came out in the same month. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Belly came out at the right time because it was this dude DMX was red hot.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody was
That
touching
album,
DMX.
That album dropped earlier that year in 1998. The movie Belly came out, I believe, in August, September '98. So DMX's star power was in a goddamn just supernova right then. So Def Jam definitely knew what they were doing when they and one thing we can all agree on, that soundtrack was, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ooh, y'all 2000 babies don't know nothing about that Belly soundtrack. That's top 5 hip hop soundtrack right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I mean, Wu-Tang Clan, Noriega, daggone D'Angelo, rap singing over a DJ Premier track. I mean,
there's some serious stuff in there.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's rewind it just a little bit. Let's do a quick little rewind. Since we're talking about movies. Like I referred to from before, as that you jumped on that beat, the boom, boom, boom. Like that was crazy. Like what made you just think of jumping on that beat? Because that was so rare. Because you had other people that jumped off of all the other beats on Juice.
Yeah. Well, for some reason that beat was always one that had stuck in my head ever since, like I said, even since I was, 11 years old, I had that beat that always stuck in my head. My brother used to play it in his stereo, and I'd be like, oh my God, the track. And then 20 years later, here I am, like, there it is, doom, doom, doom. Like, let me find it, and let me get on it, because I want to rip it up. And, I've in the past, I've sampled so many tracks, like, people haven't even heard. Like, I did this whole classic rock Wonder Years mashup. I called it the Wonder Years, and it, I sampled all the classic rock I listened to growing up with my father. I sampled every single song. I did a fire ass song with Creedence Clearwater Revival. I even talked to John Fogerty. I asked him his permission. I got a hold of him years ago, and I was like, "Yo, can I do this?" He's like, "Go ahead." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, beautiful." So many, just so many different tracks that just sit in my head. I'm a big Vietnam era person too, and that's because my pops was in Vietnam and on the USS Intrepid for the U.S. Navy. But not only that,
we definitely support the troops.
The music
we definitely
that
support
came
the troops.
Bro. Thank you. Yeah, the music that came from that era, man. The Painted Black, the Rolling Stones, the Fortunate Son. I mean, all those tracks right there. I mean, this is all the stuff that just sits in my blood daily. It just creates the music mania that goes through me as a person, man. It's I'm so full of it. It's just needs to explode. That's why Metaverse needs to be heard by the world, so we can finally, so I can finally sit back and say, yes, my mission is accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you're a John Fogerty fan, so that's enough for me. I mean, when he had that line, "Some folks are born made to wear the flag, ooh, the red, white, and blue." I mean, that's, man. And I mean, for those who don't know about
every, the substance that I was talking about, like changing the whole world, Jimi Hendrix's and just, oh my God, there's so many.
He's like a lot of people's. Yeah, he's like a lot of people's, inspiration. Everybody always want to rename themselves after Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah,
Jimmy. I mean, in terms of his guitar playing, Jimmy's style was so unconventional. It's almost 50 years later, and people are still trying to figure out how he hit those notes on the guitar that he hit. I mean, there's just nobody can. And Vinny, I think you can appreciate this as a musician. Can you actually decipher some of how Jimmy played those notes, or is that still a Da Vinci Code on the compositions of fret play for you as well?
It's like you can study like a great artist, but it's even if you have the code and the numbers on how to attack it, it's just there's an X factor, you know. There's an X factor on his delivery and the way that he bent those strings and the way that he gave himself to the guitar and gave himself to performances. It's a one and done, you know. So yeah, I appreciate it, and you know, he influenced a lot of guitarists, a lot of rock guitarists, and non-rock guitarists for the years to come, you know, and you got to give it up to somebody like that, and just hope that you can write something as kind of effective as something that hits somebody like, holy crap, you know. That's like a Jimmy note, you know, or that's like a Jimmy. Yeah, so yeah, as a songwriter, I give it up to people like Jimi Hendrix for sure, you know, and that was a great era of musical exploration and just kind of, yeah, just wild. Of course, there was that was the free love drug era, but you know, it wasn't that. He didn't need that to be who he was, you know. It's just
right.
Sure, added to his original.
Definitely. I mean, but that 70s era in terms of him and guitarists. I mean, you had Jimmy Page, you had Richie Blackmore. I mean, you had Tony Iommi. You know, Joe Walsh. I mean, you know, these are the guys, you know, that were later, and of course in the 80s you would have guys like, in the 70s too, because Eddie Van Halen, you know, he came in the 70s with 1979 with Van Halen. Of course, going into the 80s, you have Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, you have, you know, Joe Satriani, Kirk Hammett, Stevie Vai, Marty Friedman, Dave Mustaine, you know, Rocky George. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on.
That's why we call him. That's why we call him T-Maxx with the facts. You know that? Y'all do your homework, B. It's history here, B. You know what I'm saying? It's not only rap. It's not only hip hop and rap. We talk about all different types of music, B. Holla.
Yeah,
you're on top of it, man.
You are very knowledgeable of all this. I'm super impressed. I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Slash bring rock knowledge, hip hop knowledge.
Definitely.
What's that?
And also, Slash definitely from Guns N' Roses. Real name Saul Hudson. A lot of people don't know that he is biracial. He was also born in Germany, and that he's from South Central Los Angeles.
Cool.
Who knew?
Yeah, he's. As soon as I heard that, you know, you can't. The sweet child of mine, forget it. You're like holy.
Oh, November Rain. November Rain is what does it for me.
Yeah, November Rain.
Oh my God! When he hits that solo to close it out, I mean,
exactly.
Oh my God, that closing solo! Oh my goodness! Oh, that's one of the most beautiful closeouts I have ever. Woo! I didn't know whether I. Oh my! You don't understand, because when you watch the video, and you know when after the funeral, during the funeral, and and it goes to the climax, and then he just brings it to that high note, that high E, and just drops that high pitch, and then just starts going off on it. I mean, it encapsulates the whole emotion of a love that was cherished and beloved and lost and gone while on this earth forever, but in the heart is immortal. But it
does. It paints the picture perfectly of the story. It does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But and of course, where he was also tender with the touch, he was also aggressive and gangster. No other example than "Welcome to the Jungle" with that opening riff.
Yeah.
You just know that you just know.
You already know. And you already know what movie made that famous. Lean on Me, B. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lean on Me. Yeah.
You smoke crack, don't you, boy?
That was a good one. Mumble rappers out here.
I like this. You guys are up on everything. You guys, all culture.
Yeah, this is
Hey, yo, spread the word. Hey, spread the word. Off the cuff radio, B.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Cuff Radio 619-924-0703, man.
We'll have
every single Friday at 9 p.m. 6 Central. Holla at us.
We'll be promoting on our page for sure.
Spread the word. We're gonna spread the word about Off the Cuff and just just loving every second of it, man. I feel like we're all just in the living room chilling,
Now, definitely turn to your clothing line.
We all chilling with them. Yeah, we start just kicking it. Be yourself. We love it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a crazy thing that you said that, because it's like every single guest, not to toot our horn, but every single guest said that. It's like, yo, man, like it's just like we just vibing out, like it's barbershop talk,
Yeah.
There's no restrictions. We're not talking bullshit. Everything we're talking is straight up facts. And y'all get to just say whatever y'all want.
Yeah, that is a fact.
Now, in terms of your clothing line,
we're still talking about the meat and potatoes of everything that that metaverse encapsulates, and of course what you guys, the music, the culture, everything is right on point with what we should be talking about, trying to school everybody to it,
Definitely. Now, in terms of your clothing line, in reference to how does it pretty much, what is your vibe in reference to the attire of, is it more of the modern era, or is it more of a throwback, or a little bit of a hybrid of both, giving, tribute to the original hip-hop styles, blended with the new, or is it kind of leaning a little bit towards the newer fashion trends?
I mean, it's very interesting, basically, because it's like it's molded towards music, because the logo itself is a treble clef, and then when you flip the treble clef, if you look at the logo, you get the SD. The treble clef turns into a SD as soon as you flip it. And that is sincerely dedicated, and that is my government name, Sean Delaney. That is, I got it tatted on my arm, on both of my arms. So that treble clef incorporates everything. So when you take the music and you flip the treble clef, you get the clothing. So when you flip that music, you get the clothing. So basically, that's why we say it's it's all about dedication. So the reason I created it and called it Sincerely Dedicated, first because it had the SD in it, so everything is incorporated. The colors are the background of their green because of my Irish nationality. So every single piece of clothing goes back to
clever marketing,
to everything. So basically, and it's all about dedication. Everybody is dedicated to something. That's one of our big mottos right there, because you could be anything in life. If you're dedicated, then our products are for you. And we've created this awesome double signature hoodie, which has my signature on it, which people just somehow, some reason, fall in love with every time they see it. And then you can get two different color inks on it,
is
and
that,
you can put your name on the sleeve
with the keynote on it, right? It's like the S of the keynote, so like that's your logo, right?
Yeah, the treble
like
clef. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is a hot logo. It's hot, so I can see how people can get drawn to that. It's simple, and it describes who you are.
Right. And then we have a graphic designer. My graphic designer is out of Morocco. Like, I never even met him face to face. Me and him connected on the internet, and he's a beast. Me and him talk from the other side of the country, and I give him my ideas. I come up with all the ideas, and he brings them to life in the graphic. So now we got all different types of T-shirts. We got dedicated to music. We got the Freedom of Speech tees, with the eagle on it. And we've got we've got dedicated to the 80s, because we got like a turntable on there with the record and the vibe, the color vibes on there, like the 80s colors. Then we got like dedicated to we did some dedicated to firemen and police officers and EMTs. We've dedicated to everything, and then there's the jewelry that I make. I make personally. I make the handmade jewelry. I make these dope ass Shambhala bracelets.
You know, I was about to allude to that too. I was just about to ask you about that.
Yeah, the bracelets are real crazy because we've donated so much money to different charities and things like that, to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've done.
Would you say you're a jeweler?
What's that? Yeah. I create bracelets basically, and some necklaces and things like that.
No. Would you say you are a jeweler? Would you say yes, me, Sean Delaney, I am a jeweler?
Nah, I'm a
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
I don't really know how to answer that. I wouldn't, because I ain't no David's Bridal type of shit. I can't be making none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I gotta fuck with you. It's all good. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, of course. He went to Jared. I ain't gonna be able to come up with nothing like that. But
just don't be like Jacob the jeweler. Don't be like him.
Right, exactly. but my man is a big he's a big Alabama fan, so Roll Tide or whatever, and basically he's like, yo, make me the bracelet. I'm like, all right, I got you. So I put together the red and white Shambhala bracelet with the football that hangs from it, dangles from it, and then we got the authenticity logo that's on every single bracelet. Our logo is engraved on a little authenticity tag that hangs from every bracelet. So our bracelets are one of a kind, and I'm the only one that makes every single one of them. So, and I've made thousands and thousands of bracelets over the years. It's crazy. So, like, how much passion and dedication I put into it is what I hope that my customers, the dedicated customers, and they do. They keep coming back and getting more stuff, and we just keep coming out with new things, and it's beautiful. Like I said, we made bracelets for different cancers, for different, for lupus and for all types of different things. We get the actual colors and create the bracelets so people can represent that way, and it's just turned into a really awesome company that now, my wife, she sits up with me hours on end. And now we cut and peel the vinyl. We cut out the middleman, so now we do all the cutting and peeling of the vinyl for the T-shirts. We make it all in-house.
Nice.
So it's a whole family ordeal now.
Definitely.
Nice.
Definitely. We got to give a shout-out to the first responders for whom, you've given charity to, and also from your homeland, of course, Ireland, Dublin, of course, Belfast. And also, you share the same lineage as one of the most famous rock musicians ever, Philip Lynott from Thin Lizzy.
But before you continue, though, T-Mac, I'm going to let you continue, my guy. You know what I mean? Because you did just remind me, you know what I'm saying, you of Irish descent. What's up, man? I know you be drinking people under the table. Are you an alcoholic? Is it true? Is the myth really true when it comes to all Irish people?
Damn. Nah, I'd have to say that I kind of steered away from it, but the rest of my family, they could put it down. Let's just put it that way.
I had to ask, but continue on, T-Mac.
No, just saying, but it shows also even from Emerald Isle, your musical, that you share the kinship in terms of, the musical talent. So you definitely have a pedigree from your ancestry, for your musical gifts. And that's not a bad place to say that you're from the same place as somebody else. Such a legend. So,
absolutely.
And of course, y'all got a heavy shout out on Sons of Anarchy during that fourth season. They had to go back to Ireland.
Yep, sure did.
It just shows
y'all
that
had to come back. My apology, y'all had to come back into the game. Had to take the dog outside.
Man.
I'm not taking no piece of right. I'm not taking no piece of break, son.
You killing us over here, King. What's going on? You killing us over here, man. Get it together, yo.
I'm good. But I like the fact that you guys have picked up the vibe and vibing with the guests and everything like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And not to mention the fact that they're restoring the feeling, because it's like when I listen to some of these guys' tracks, you get that feeling that, you know, when Everlast went through that transition and became Whitey Ford. And that was a dope album.
Whitey Ford,
Yeah, I love Everlast and I love House of Pain, man. House of Pain was another influence of mine growing up, too.
Get up, break it down a little something. Get up, time to go head hunting. Get up, a lot of crews be fronting. Head up, trying to go head hunting.
That joint make you grow a beard.
Yeah, rest in peace, Guru. I remember Guru was on that track. You know, shouts, you know, rest in peace, Guru.
Yeah, one cat don't really get his props like that for some odd reason in hip hop.
But I mean, definitely in terms of also with House of Pain, you know, being a virus descent too, you know, his real name Eric Shiroti. How did that pretty much, when that song Jump Around came from their first album in '92, how did that pretty much, as you really got into hip hop, how much was that an influence as he became one of your favorite artists? How much did that song influence you as well coming up?
That song was huge. I mean, I remember jumping around on my bed and my mom like, yo, you better get off the bed. I never forget it. And that song right there, once again, you know, my brother was 5 years, so he had the time on me, and he put me on. He was a huge House of Pain fan, so he put me onto all that, and I basically stole all his records while he was sleeping and stuff, and just was bumping them in my room type of thing. So, you know, and Jump Around was a really big song. I remember it playing in
really was.
That song was huge.
Yo, you remember that? You remember the first verse?
Of course.
Like, you want to? Let's do a sing along real quick. Only the first verse. Let's see if you can do it.
All right.
Pack it up, pack it in. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't tell a suck up. Punk, you better back up. Try to play a role and your whole crew act up.
Get up, stand up, come and play your hands up.
Don't put your hands up. If you got the feeling, jump across the ceiling.
Once that you bump, come and said you bump, yeah, bust them in the eye, and then I take the punk's whole feeling, funkin'. M said I jump and I got more rhymes.
I got more rhymes than them cops at the Dunkin' Donut shop.
Donut,
my mama, my pops.
Mama and my pops. There you go.
I came to get down. To get the, just keep the jump around.
That beat alone was
we did good enough. Hey, we did good enough.
Yeah, that was you know, it was a little trippy, but we got it. I was doing some of the blah type of thing, but we got it.
I saw Everlast during his Whitey Ford tour in this big stadium, and he played the whole show with an acoustic guitar. So he was singing and playing, and then they did a version of that song, Jump Around, where he was playing guitar on it. It was weird, but it still had that certain something. So it did no matter what version you do of that song, it still translates. It's friggin' so many hooks in that song. That'll teach you about a good radio hook, you know, that little high pitched thing that goes right after he says jump around, and all the little background touches. That'll teach you engineering and like radio ready hook real quick.
It's that beat, that like that one note.
Sweet that thing, boy.
That one that makes you that gets you amped. And then the drum pattern, like that beat was just an awesome beat.
Yeah,
I mean when I write music, I only hope to connect a beat to a beat like that, because it's just, you know, and that, I don't know how long that took, but that usually these things are like, they happen in minutes, you know, like that you just jam out to something and oh shit, that was it. That's the hook, you know, and there it is. You created something, you caught it out of thin air, And that's what, as writing music as a musician, you always hope to catch that hit that's flying by, you know?
You'll be surprised at how many hit records were made by accident.
Oh, yeah. But have the happy accidents in studios or whatever, the songwriting, yeah, there's plenty of those stories to go around.
Oh, yeah. I say one of the first ones I could think of is Today Was a Good Day. From what I've heard, this dude, Ice Cube, was just playing around in the studio. He was playing around and just, he was just fucking around. He knew he wrote Today Was a Good Day. He didn't know Today Was a Good Day was going to be, like, one of the best songs he ever did.
In terms of storytelling, top 3.
Dopest beats ever, too, right there.
And in terms of storytelling, definitely one of the top 3 tracks of all time.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, he's a great artist, man. It's like so many years to him. Been on top
and still
of his
putting
game.
out stuff.
Still putting out stuff. Still super relevant and kind of and he does all of his games. He's in everything. So you got to give him props for the career.
And NWA in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah, absolutely. That's true. I forgot that. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that's can't ask for nothing more. They deserve it. They put in that work.
So going on with that MetaVerse album, what's the scheduled release date for that, and where can people find it? Is it going to be any physical copies?
Well, right now with MetaVerse, we're releasing. We've been doing singles, So we put out Julius Caesar when we had the video ready. Then we put out just the track Project Unite, and we're in the process of doing that video. And the next one in January, we're planning on releasing Rebel, which is gonna be the next single. So we're on all social media, and we have a website too. So on social media, we're like, if it's Facebook or if it's Instagram, we're MetaVerse 2.0. So you can find us on there. I think on Twitter we're MetaVerse 518. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and then we got HudCityEntertainment.com. We're on there. That's Sean's company, and he's got a big page, a couple pages for MetaVerse, and has our videos. They pull up right away when you pull up the page, and you see kind of what's new. We're always updating our social media, doing little updated video shorts or photo shoots or whatever, introducing new hoodies and this and that. And so we definitely stay in touch with our fans and our people. And when we have enough of these things put out, enough of these singles, we're definitely gonna. I mean, I would say Sean and I we've discussed it only in little bits, but we're definitely gonna put out full length after all these singles are out, and there has to be physical copies. Absolutely, yeah. And then we can get into the whole. The old school, the album art and things, something that you can pick up and touch, and
Yeah, cause a lot of people they're bringing a lot of these store chains. They're actually bringing back vinyl too.
I would love to have our album in vinyl. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, Sean and I, we've discussed this only briefly because we're just so much in the grind of putting out these singles that we haven't gotten down to the nitty gritty of putting out this full-length record when it's done. But like I said, we already have like 14 songs to choose from, and by the time we release this thing, it's pretty much going to be over. It's going to be over 20. So we're going to have enough material. I'm positive that this record is just going to absolutely kill it. And so yeah, we have to do it justice. We got to put it out in vinyl for sure. Beautiful to have a vinyl record.
Oh, for sure, man. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Cause vinyl prices, they're going for like $35 to $40 for classic albums, and people are eating that up. Like I went I went out to FYE the other day, and I seen the Chronic album for about $50, and people were actually buying it. So classics they never go out of style.
Yeah, it's wild. I actually
bang bang, bang bang. Every time I go, all I can see is it. Bang bang, bang bang. Yeah, that was my shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Part of what I do, my entrepreneurship also, I have a vintage goods and antique store in Hudson, and it's called Antigo, and we sell records, we sell old vinyl, as well as everything from the past, like fashion, furniture, all that crazy stuff. And we do a lot of works with like prop masters and people, designers and shit like that. But records are always hot. We're selling original records from like, all the way back to like the 30s on up to, the still wrapped, still sealed 70s, 80s, 90s albums. And people absolutely gobble them up. So vinyl is hot.
Definitely.
T-Maxx, you back on?
Okay, definitely, and definitely in terms of the vinyl, I know with the aesthetics of it, with the wax element, because the wax is the fundamental tenet of hip hop in terms of the scratching, from the days of Kool Herc, 1570 Sedgwick Avenue, where he first started the block parties. But definitely, I think a lot of people have that nostalgia for the wax because of the sound, which is pretty much unparalleled in reference to quality and just that verve, and definitely watching the market as it has gone over the years. I myself have a pretty decent wax collection, and I got stuff that I know is like, if people knew I had it, they might try to jack me for it. So it's definitely, I got a lot of rare stuff myself. So, but it's definitely, but for the classic material you have, I think it only complements it correctly that you have the wax to give certification to that classic material. In the words of Top Dollar Sign, it's only right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tangible. You hold on to it. You can you touch it. You feel it. You put it on. You put the needle on. It's that's a beautiful process too. That's not the digital age. That's a different time. So it's cool to go back to that.
Definitely.
Yo, yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I gotta just part ways right now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know, Metaverse, y'all keep on doing y'all goddamn thing, man. This interview was awesome. We definitely hope you guys come back after you finish the Julius Caesar video. Come back and chop it up with us. Keep in touch. We're gonna definitely keep you guys in mind.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. This has been awesome. Yeah, we appreciate it, definitely.
And for my team, you already know, B, this is what we do. We're gonna keep the ball rolling, and I'm just gonna holler at y'all, B. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your holiday, man. I'ma holler.
All right, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah, it was a blast.
We're about to sign this thing out shortly. So you guys have any shout-outs you want to give out?
Just basically, to my family for always dealing with the sacrifices that comes with this, and all the people that have helped me and supported me along the way, and my man Vin for us taking it to the top, and for radio, indie radio blogs like yourself that give us the platform to be able to speak about it.
Yes,
we thank you. And hip hop and music across the board is all the more better with you all putting in your brand of authenticity, you know, that really, 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 you know, embodies the essence of what music is all about in the realm of self-expression. And we appreciate that level of candor and what you do. And we would just tell y'all, keep doing it and keep pressing on, you know, and the future is bright.
We appreciate it very much. Listen, 2018, I think, is going to bring Metaverse. I think we're going to make some waves in 2018. So we're not going to slow down. We're only going to speed up here. We'll start the train rolling, chugging. You know, and we're going to do it because we love it. But it's going to happen on a bigger level for sure. So we will be back.
Definitely, we want you back. We want you back.
Show. We still, like I said, we want to apologize for not being able to play those records tonight. We do the Blog Talk inconsistency. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug them heavily in the meantime. We'll be part of that promotional machine to get you guys out there. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Just let us know when you're playing it so we can let other people know, you know?
Definitely.
We thank you.
All right. No doubt.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Thank you.
You too, and thank you again.
Right.
Happy birthdays to y'all.
All right. Take it easy.
You too.
Yes, indeed. That was MetaVerse right there joining us to chop it up for the special Off the Cuff Radio episode, Saturday night episode. And we have another one tomorrow night. We're going to have Big Prodigy from the South Central Cartel. He wants to be a part of this so he can clear his name on this regard with this South Central Cartel Mob Deep Casino issue. So it should be very interesting. And we're going to air that episode possibly next Friday night. And this episode here we're going to air on probably Wednesday. So we're giving y'all the 3-piece.
Hey.
That's how we do it, huh?
It's like we got the 3-piece, ain't no thing but a chicken wing, but we ain't got no biscuits on this side. You heard?
Definitely not no cool biscuits too, huh?
Nah.
I gotta bring them soon. I'm waiting for Trump to give me that order the deal.
That's why your ass can't play no music now. Keep playing.
That's why we getting blacklisted now. But it's all good.
Yeah. Man, he don't even know. Our guest could have been some of his supporters. He doesn't know. He fucking us all the way around. Damn it.
Yeah, you know how I go. I just got to poke the bear. But nevertheless, I'm about to sign off too. And
all right.
we about to record tomorrow night's episode. So be on lookout. It's going to be a crazy one. We have the one that we did. Big shout out to Ila O'Reilly for chopping it up with us last night. I finally was able to put that joint on YouTube. I'm learning the tricks of the trades on doing this, so maybe we can get more in the near future.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's up.
We'll be coming for that YouTube. We coming for that YouTube view to get that cash, no doubt.
We go. We getting all them bags. So on that note, I will see y'all tomorrow night. Big Prodigy from the South Central Cartel is going to be on. And let's get it. Close us out, baby.
All right. We out.
Yo, everybody get up! Everybody get up! Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group. Just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year. Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There's a little bit of rebel in you. Take a leap, keep the faith. There's a little bit of rebel in you. Can extinguish a flame. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come and dance in the rain. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come release all the pain.
There's a rebel in all of us, it's calling us back to the place where there wasn't a care. Love and reign king and the queen was your heir. Ocean sky, blue eyes, dirty blonde hair. Never scared of what lies beyond your reach. We've done this too many times, it's hard to teach. Embedded in your mind like a hyperlink. Like a baba on the end of a line, we watch them sink. On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
There's a little bit of rebel in you. Take a leap, keep the faith. There's a little bit of rebel in you. Can extinguish a flame. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come and dance in the rain. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come release all the pain. We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free?
I'm a rebel without a cause, I'm dangerous. Got to find my wings and fly like angels is. Everybody ready to escape to the metaverse? Try to emulate, just remember who said it first. Bring your dreams to life before you're dead and hearse. Up to 05, I survived like Leavenworth. Don't think my DNA not in Kansas anymore. My mind is like a blank canvas when I draw. On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
There's a little bit of rebel in you. Take a leap, keep the faith. There's a little bit of rebel in you. Can extinguish a flame. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come and dance in the rain. Calling out to the rebel in you. Come release all the pain. We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free? We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free? Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel. Calling out the rebel in you.
On the brink, but I'm feeling myself. The only way to deal, keep it real with myself. I guess that means that I gotta deal with myself. Cause every card I was dealt, I deal to myself. Life is hard whiskey, top shelf, don't get too tipsy. Mike Phelps, swim through the pain and regain your wealth. Begin to refrain from what's bad for your health.
We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free? We don't need nobody telling us who we should be. Can you open up your body to release us all that's free?
Life is a mystery, everyone making history, either the change in the world or leaving a trail of misery. What's the vision for the future? I guess it's kinda like the rhythm given by producers, written by Medusa. Perseus got the head off, but she can still seduce ya. Nobody said life was easy, but we wake with the rooster, ready for curveballs tossed to the World Series, while we grow and try to reap what we sow by the world's theories. Who knows who's right and who's wrong? Who knows who writes the song? We all know the only goal is to sing along. Nobody's puppet, are we? We started with Atari. Coleco turned into a technological safari. Alexis watching stand-up with Aziz Ansari. I'm sorry, I promise God never drove a Ferrari. Are we doomed from the start? Or is there something in the core of our hearts that keeps us making the mark?
Well, I finally hit my stride. Then I see the eyes tearing me up inside. Fill my world with lies. Feel safe, turn my back. They go on attack while I'm feeling high. They come for my life.
Everyone stands but nobody pays to you. Everyone plans but has nothing to say to you. Everyone sees where you're headed in life. The fire burns bright like the red on the night. Fair weather friends are never fair. The fearless are never scared. Give up and you wear a mark you forever bear. Don't feel defeated, mistreated, just keep competing. Believe in yourself no matter if you run out of reasons. Seize the day like M shadows lead the way to battle. Pull the knife at your back and slap on the saddle. Dirt and gravel in between the cuts, but you'll survive by the skin of your hide as long as you use what lies inside. Pay no attention to the naysayers, the haters. They want you dead, so say your prayers. They made the bed, so now that's where they sleep amongst the sheep. While you run with the pack of wolves, always search for the nearest peak. I always said you're up shit's creek without a paddle, and there's no turning back once you hear the crack of that gavel. Judge, jury, and the execution. If you execute it properly, you'll find your restitution.
Well, I finally hit my stride. Then I see